Hey, y'all, welcome back to my channel, Watching My Reviews. This is your boy James. I am here to give my honest review while trying to watch my mouth. We'll see if it happens this video. Didn't Not much really happened this episode of Married to Medicine, episode 9. Y'all, I don't know what Bravo is doing with these two franchises, Real Housewives of Potomac and Married to Medicine. But we gonna do our best to keep this as entertaining as possible. Joining me as always is my girl, Mrs. Best. Y'all say what's up to her. She is joining us today. We gonna, give our opinions on this, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's going to be certain parts of this conversation when it comes to sweet tea that I have no business going. Once again, because she is a woman, and I have no problem. I have no reason to be all up in women's organs and stuff. But
But you can comment on what you see on the show. And we as women have to give our male content creators and people in the spotlight who are males the opportunity to comment on what we publicly show and or tell them. And I'm not just saying that because you're my friend. I just feel like sometimes women will just come at men because y'all got them eggplant emojis, but like you're allowed to comment on what you see on the show, especially when you have some type of education that helps you to
And yeah, I know
understand.
that's in it,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying there's sometimes I'm just looking at it from the moral standpoint because there's something the conversation we heard Dr. G kind of really made me mad and
Uh-oh.
even maybe more allude to my original thought of my last video. So without being further ado, let's get into this very dull episode. So the show opens up with Toy and Eugene. They're in the house. The boys had now, I didn't see the episode yet, but I'm ready for the tea. Okay, now thank you for showing up. We appreciate you being here, love.
You ain't
So
miss nothing, though.
you
He
didn't
gonna
miss nothing at
cover
all.
all.
I'm about to hopefully less than 30 minutes. So we see Toya and Eugene. They are in the house cooking. And Toya was giving us this very long monologue about how in the earlier stages of their marriage, Eugene used to be the kind of person that, if she said she wanted a strawberry, he would go to the grocery store. She said she wants some wine. He would find her, the nearest winery so they can go. He was always doing that, and then he has stopped. And I said, Toya, that happens. That happens a lot in marriages. So what that means is you need to set up situations if you want things to happen. It has to be now a equal party. You guys are married now. When he was courting you, and maybe the first couple years of marriage, men did that. He then got older. He works 180 hours a month over at the emergency room. He
Mm.
doesn't have time or the thought process to do that because he's literally saving lives, right? So that's what I wanted her to understand because it really did bother me to hear her say that. I wasn't mad at her for saying it because no, just because we've been married 25 years does not mean the romance has to go out the window. I totally get what she's saying. I totally here for that. But at the same time, y'all have to look at circumstances too that could play a part in why it does not happen anymore. What did you think about that scene, Mrs. Best?
Oh, God. I just went through this with my spouse. And so I'm like, that's literally, I was just texting James weeks ago. Like, I really think I'm going to leave my man. He's irritating me. Like, when you go through things in your relationship, marriage, whatever the fuck, you're going to go through things. But marriage is different because it's not like, oh, I was together with him for 5 years. And in this 5 years, this happened, year one, this happened. No, like, you're going through life. So sometimes things change. Well, I had to check myself recently because my man works hella hours. He's doing like 60-hour work weeks, which is a lot in my opinion.
Mhm.
And he's not even the doctor, and I was complaining. So I do empathize with the complaint of your husband not being around as much. What I got from it, especially like if I wanted this, he'd go do this. If I wanted that, he'd take me to a winery. It got to me that you fell in love with Eugene because he's a yes man, not because Eugene is caring, not because he is attractive to you, not because when he comes around, he makes sure that feeling you get inside. I don't know how to explain it, like butterflies, I guess they would call it. That
Mhm.
I look forward to hearing from my man, like to text me, like little shit like that. Seems like she was got with him from the very beginning because he was already a doctor from what we hear. And she was in school from what she said, getting her master's degree, waitressing and all types of stuff. Sounds like he made it to where you didn't have to use your degrees and that's what you fell in love with. And nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. Everybody falls in love for different reasons. But I'm tired of this woman complaining. I'm tired. It's the same complaint too. If for those who've been watching since season one, Toya has never changed her complaint when it comes to her husband. I think that she berates him. I think she talks down on him, especially his skills in the bedroom. I think that she is everything a wife should not be. She has ran his credit into the mud, stressed him out, made it to where he could have had a house paid off with as many hours as he's working, a big one, a nice one. And she just sounds like an ungrateful wench. Like, if I'm being honest, like, what did Nia Green say? Toya's an out of touch housewife. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I
So,
think
and let me bring y'all up to speak, because I wasn't really exaggerating. I was, but I wasn't. So let me explain something to y'all. And this is alleged, because I can't tell this man business because HIPAA contracts are different. But allegedly, Dr. Eugene works between 18 and 22 shifts per month. The average ER doctor works between 12 and 15 a month. So the fact that he picked up that many hours is insane. Because let me tell you, that's 12-hour days.
is he running the ER? Is he just the ED doctor?
No, he's the medical director.
Okay, that makes sense as hours.
Yeah, it
That
makes
makes
sense. Yeah, he's medical director. So yes, that's why he's. But it does make sense, but then it doesn't, because I know medical directors who work less than that.
I mean, my husband works at a hospital, and the medical directors, mind you, he'll work like an
Hmm.
8-hour shift, sometimes 12. He say that man, no matter what time he come in, right now, this week he do a swing shift, the medical director there. Last week he was doing the midnight to 8 a.m. The medical
Hmm.
director was there. So I think what happens is they end up, and my aunt also works in a hospital. She's the nursing director for Kaiser of all of
Hmm.
Northern California. And she does that. Like, they still have an obligation to see patients to fulfill their licensure requirements. But
Yeah,
then at the same time, when you hear director, that means they got to do paperwork like the rest of us regular motherfuckers. So oftentimes it's them trying to balance that. But either way, I think what Nia Green is saying, what you have alluded to, what I'm saying, I think everyone can agree. Down to, I went to look at Toya's page yesterday on Instagram. People was eating her up in the comments, calling her ungrateful this, ungrateful that. She's just, I would be doing something other than getting a coupon code for some wine so that my man didn't have to work so much. Marriage is compromise. So that
well,
means
stop
that
moving.
if
Well,
she's complains a lot, but she doesn't do shit to
stop
change it.
moving every year. If you would stop moving every year, then we wouldn't be going through this. Like, if you would just,
Please.
if had you just stayed in that house, we would not be going through this. Had you just stayed in the first house, we would
Why
not
did
be
they
going through
leave the
this.
house
Like,
with
I
the
don't understand.
temporary closet? Why did they leave that house? Because I
She
don't
said
lost
she
track.
said Toya said they didn't have no backyard last season, so that's why they had to move. She wants a house with a backyard, so they bought a plot with
Why would
more
you not
land.
think of that when building?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
She
know.
needs to get a job. And this is the best advice I can give to wives. Like, if sometimes your husband's going to stress, there are times you can be housewives, there's other times you have to work. I don't have to work. My husband says it all the time, but he was struggling working alone. So I decided to go and get a job to help him. That's what the fuck you do when you care about your spouse, when you care about the stability of your children, when you care about your finances. I just feel like Toya needs to give at least 50% of what she's asking for. And then maybe he will work less hours, because we know he can't depend on whatever it is that she's done. This show, season 10, and we've seen nothing from this lady. I have said that before, other than a coupon code. What are you doing to contribute to your household other than collecting this check when the show airs once a year? What are you doing? So she just needs to really remember she has a master's degree and she has a bachelor's degree. So the fact that she complains and has her husband working this much and they move so much is wild to me. Get a job, Toya.
Absolutely. It just is, and so that's why I feel like he's not creative, because this man has so much more on his mind. So yeah, she needs to get it. I just feel like she needs to go easy on him. Like,
And he hinted, he's like, so on my day off, you want me to, plan dates. He hinted, and her dumb
he
ass
did
was
hint, yeah, but she. The problem is he spoiled her,
Mhm.
and he spoiled her for too long, because then she got used to the spoiledness, and now it doesn't happen anymore, and that's what she's complaining about. we see it. I'm not. Yeah,
I
that's
feel
not
like
lost
that's how
upon me.
Eugene grabbed females, though, because no shade to Eugene. He's just even when
Oh
they
yeah, no,
show
Toya is definitely out of his league. No,
listen,
let's not. Let's
when they
not.
show younger
Yeah.
pictures of him, he's out. Listen, he's out of a lot of people's leagues, even broke motherfuckers like myself. So I just thank you, Naya. She does need to flip her Bravo check, but
You know
I
what?
feel
I
like
said
Eugene is
this.
used to caring for women and thought he was safe to, stop with the dates with Toya. She's like, motherfucker.
No, I'm gonna say this. I said this on. I don't know what Married to Medicine recap this was. I said Toya needs to join HGTV and do like an interior, kind of like what Egypt Sherrod is doing.
Mhm.
Just kind of do that. Like, even though I feel like what Egypt Sherrod got on HGTV is solid, that ain't going nowhere because it's a good show. So, I think Toya needs to follow in that avenue and get like a hosting job on HGTV doing interior decorating because she's good at what she's good at it. Interior decorating, that house was immaculate that she had before she moved into this one. So I just feel like that's what she needs to do. But moving on from there, because I don't want to spend too much time on Toya. We did see the scene with Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon. Alora has, graduated. She's off to college. They're going to become empty nesters. This scene was very beautiful to me because Alora is very smart, very
Mhm.
beautiful, very driven, very he has a great old soul and great head on her shoulders. I was watching older scenes of how she used to speak to Dr. Heavenly, how she would say, I'm the queen and all this and that. So they really raised a very, beautiful, sweet young lady. And
They
it's
did a damn good job with all of their kids.
yeah, because I think the middle son just graduated college. So I
Yeah,
think
and the
they
oldest one is selling real estate. I said, okay.
yeah. So I'm looking at this, with them being empty nesters. That is every parent's dream, and my hope is for them is that they reconnect in ways that they did, that they were maybe disconnected when the children were being raised. A lot of married couples don't know how to reconnect after the children leave. So I felt like that. Hopefully, that's what they take the time to do. Dr. Heavenly also mentioned that she did reach out to her sister and, she wants to try to see if she can get that relationship on track because she said that was her mother's dying wish that her and her sister reconnect. Because I think it's only them two left. I know she had a sister that passed, and I don't know how many siblings she had.
This is her only living family member.
Okay, so it's only living family
Yeah.
member. So yes, and Damon pretty much said, if I had a brother, because Damon's an only child, so he doesn't have any siblings. And then they showed on the show, him finding about his father passing. So he's saying do all that you can. Um, what did Naya say? And balance. She's the calm and balance that Heavenly needs. She soothes her crazy. Absolutely. If we're talking about Alora, absolutely. I think what it is with Alora is I think that she's more like her father, where she has like the very sensical way of being, but then she's also like Heavenly, where she is outspoken, is going to say what's on her mind, regardless of what someone else thinks. And that's a good way to be, is to have a balance of both. So I think that that's what Alora
She's
does
got
really
her dad's calmness and her mother's confidence. I think it's the
well.
yeah. She's
She's gonna do well things. She's gonna do big things in life, especially studying in biology major, y'all. But like studying in biology, she's gonna do very well things. I don't know if she'll do dentistry like her mom, but I hope that she does like what I plan to do with biology is to help people attract their mates that way versus psychology. I know I'm this is going to be a tough road for me because people have been trained to psychologically track their mates. But no, I think we should do it the scientific way. I think that that's better personally. But hey, we'll live to fight another day. But moving on from there, as we saw this very beautiful scene, um, Phaedra and Dr. Audra, not Dr. Audra. God damn it. What is this lady's name?
Alicia.
Thank you, Alicia.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They meet up for lunch. And when they meet up, they begin talking about quad. And I said, not quad making it on to another episode without being present.
We're going to talk about quad, and I said this a couple of recaps ago. They will not stop talking about quad because without quad, they have nothing. I see the battles online. I see the quad fans, the quad haters, all of that. At the end of the day, if you take our feelings out of everything, whose name keeps coming up without them being on screen?
Mm-hmm.
When they're not talking about quad, they're boring us.
Fake
Make
quad.
Quad's name a drink again. Right. It's
I'm
time to
saying,
make Quad's name. Take a sip.
right? Take a shot. I'm
We'll
telling you
be drunk.
because when Phaedra brought. Now let me explain something about Phaedra. Phaedra.
I'm sick of her on the show already, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't. You didn't make me mad this episode. You done made me mad this episode because at the end of the day, what Quad said was not that big of a fucking deal. I'm just saying. And if it was really that big of a fucking deal, you would have confronted her when you had the opportunity to at the table in Napa.
Hmm.
So I don't want to hear weeks later that you felt betrayed by Quad and you were so hurt that she would say these things about you to Heavenly.
Listen, Phaedra, I just want to know how you married to medicine because online they saying that your Reiki is what gives you the qualification to be on this show. But outside of that, I want to know how you got here. You said you was with the doctor. You're not with the doctor no more. You like, listen, and James knows I'm actually a fan of Phaedra, though a lot of people don't like her. I liked her because I think she's funny. But when it comes down, it's the same issue I had with her on the Housewives of Atlanta. She don't like she'll give you a little bit so you feel like you know her, but you not even scratching the surface.
Nope.
You're not even scratching the fucking surface.
And that's what
And
having a Juris Doctorate will do, people.
yeah,
This
yeah.
is what, when you meet somebody with a Juris Doctorate, this is exactly how they act.
Hmm. Wendy, she her and her husband, they well, Wendy is a doctor, but you know, she had one at one point. Her husband's a Juris Doctor, and we don't know nothing about her life really that's not prepared and planned. So I'm just like,
Exactly.
I don't
That's
care about
actually a good
Phaedra's
person to
opinions
bring up
and
because
Qual.
remember when Dr. Ikena said, "You don't know me?" He goes, "I just met you today." He said, "Say you don't know me." He goes, "I just met you today." That is lawyer trained, y'all. That's what we're talking about. Because he could have said, "No, I don't know you. Where would I know you from?" And could have carried
Hmm.
on that way. But he didn't. So that's exactly what we're talking about. Juris Doctor, y'all. When you, and that's why I tell people that degree is something else. She can honestly just say, JD, I'm the study of law and you need law because I can take your HIPAA license.
Hmm.
Anyways, anyways, moving on from there, y'all. When Phaedra said that, I was like, Phaedra, you could have told this to Quad and y'all could have squashed this shit and been done. Y'all have known each other the longest out of anyone standing here in this cast. So why would you even allow that little bit of what Heavenly said that we don't even know what's true because we didn't hear Quad say it? We don't, I'm not saying Heavenly lied, but I'm just saying unless you heard it for yourself, why would you give it any ounce of energy? Just saying, I don't even remember what Dr. Audra, not Dr. Audra, Dr. Alicia, damn it. They should have brought Audra on the show. I was mad they didn't keep her. But
She
Dr.
would have
Alicia,
done well too, considering we've got another attorney.
attorney,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
I
it's
would have
like
wanted to
she
see how
had
that
her
done.
baby. I wouldn't want to be around them bitches either after having my child. Let me enjoy my man, my baby, and my money. Because Toya tried her, they all tried her, and Audra was gonna, you know,
Audra's gonna mess somebody
she
up.
was gonna give them
Audra
what
looked like
they
she
were
played.
asking for.
Audra like she played for the 49ers. She like she was. Audra, I mean,
When she
I'm
came
just.
into in that dress, I've never seen
Yes,
nobody move so fast in stilettos.
I'm
Listen,
trying to tell you. And when she gave that right hook, I said, "Oh, I know somebody caught that. I know they did." So, anyways, y'all, moving on. Sweet Tea is at home. She done made Greg some spaghetti, some garlic bread, and some green salad. Y'all know that's one of my favorite meals for the struggle bus people in college. I probably had that twice a week. I ain't even gonna lie, and 2 extra days for leftovers. But
that's
anyways,
good
y'all.
because it's fast to cook. Did you
Exactly.
see how he asked too? I'm hungry. Is
Yes,
that when y'all communicate when he's asking for food, needs some sex, and
look.
who did it?
I don't get it either. There's no. I honestly, I feel like she just wanted to be taken care of and kept. That's just me. I could be wrong. She makes her own money. Sure, fine, whatever. But it just, I don't get it. I don't see the connection here. Is it just me, y'all? Does anybody else see the connection and can explain to me what it is? Because I don't see it. I don't see the connection. So, anyways, moving on because nobody can explain it to me. So, I guess we can move on. So, she begins telling him about her doctor's visit and how she has I didn't figure out she has
She has
thyroid and
endometriosis, and she
endometriosis.
also has fibroids, and she has cysts.
Yes.
This chick is a walking pain.
Mm-hmm.
It's walking pain.
And she says it's going to be now complicated for us to have the baby, and it may take some time. And Dr. G was all like, I thought this was going to be a quick process. I didn't know, but I support you. Here's my thing. I said this last recap, and I felt bad that I said it, but I was watching Bondi Blue. Shout out to Bondi Blue, y'all. I love her as well. And she was saying that Sweet Tea was in the military, and I forgot about that. I
She
forgot to
was.
say,
She was.
okay, y'all, I'm going to say it like this. She had to have known about one or the other. With the military, I don't know not one military program that does not do regular physicals. At least I know. I
I
think
almost
maybe
joined the Air Force years ago, and they made me do so many physicals, and I never even officially joined the military.
yes.
But like to get past the process, they wanted to check, and they did send my ass to a gynecologist, so I know what you're getting to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know, like, I don't because I don't want. I'm not a man. I'm a man. I cannot speak for women, but I know what my friends, my lady friends who have joined Air Force and Navy, they have both told me it is not. It is crazy how much they have to go and get checkups, and
Mhm.
you can't tell me that you did not know about at least one of those things. And then that even makes it even more sketchy when you say, I could give you a baby and I can give you the life you always wanted in his DMs when there's complications now. Because you made it
The
seem like,
amount of pain that Sweet Tea is in, Letitia, listen, there's no way that you've just been in this pain and that you have things prescribed to you for this pain. Like I stated, she's on muscle relaxers. That's something that's prescribed to you when you have what she has because it helps the muscles to make the pain a little less bad. James, you are right. Don't be scared to say it. This bitch knew that she had endometriosis before she got with this man. I can guarantee you she fucking knew. She fucking knew. They only been together 6 months and she had prescriptions. They only been together 6 months. Remember that. So I don't know how insurance and stuff works in other states. And I know when you get married and stuff, you can come on your spouse's insurance, but usually there's some type of a waiting period. And I'm not seeing the holidays happening on this show. I'm not seeing snow like that. That's usually when you can, change your health coverage. I don't buy shit that Sweet Tea says. I think she's a clout chaser. I think she's an opportunist. And I think she came on this show knowing she had endometriosis. But I think that she kept it to herself and probably thought in her head, well, he's worth all this money since she liked to comment on his money. He'll probably have health insurance and he's got the best OBGYNs that are friends of his. Somebody can refer me to somebody to fix this shit. But she's seeing, like, they tell you when you have stuff like that, like, you may never be able to have a child. So,
and that's the thing. It's just like, okay, so you are coming with false pretenses. And I can't and see she's lying allegedly.
I like how
Yeah, we
she
have
got
this. Yeah,
alleged.
we have to say allegedly because we don't know what she knew or did not know. But it makes it hard for me to believe being in the military, knowing that I have a lot of girlfriends in the military that have told me, and she said, and also don't go to no foreign country and have a physical because the foreign country, some of the women don't know how to, some of the doctors don't even know how to do pap smears the correct way. So you have to understand, there's no way that she did not know. And I'm like, so I'm not gonna say she didn't know, but she had to know about something. You can't tell me all those different things wrong with you that you didn't know at least about one of
Nobody with government health care is sitting in that much fucking pain and not getting it checked out. I can tell you as a woman myself, listen, sometimes I have a period cramps too bad and I'm like, ooh, I might need to get myself to settle. Listen, so there's no way that this lady was in this much fucking pain and was not able to get some form of a diagnosis. She even said when meeting, if you go back to when she met with the doctor, okay, I knew about the fibroids. So you knew about the fibroids, but you didn't know about the cyst or the endo. Come on, lady.
yeah.
Sweet Pea, I don't trust her. I'm sick of that thing on her eyebrow, and I just don't. She's not interesting.
Well, she's not, and then what makes it, I would have much rather her come on the show say, "Yeah, I got him and I snagged him up because I wanted him. I don't want to work no more," and just do like do something like that. Like, don't make it seem like you really could have just you was ready to have this baby, the egg sitting over here in your chest. All you gotta do is just nut up and you're done. Like that's what she made it seem like, and that's not what can happen at this moment right now.
Well,
So
maybe she
I'm
made it
sorry.
seem. I just be thinking they set the shit up. Maybe she knew. I don't know. I don't trust Sweet Tea, but she might have made us think that it was something, small, like, oh, I want to have a baby and this and that. And then I'll hit them in the middle of the season with the I can't have babies. And then he'll have to believe me because the whole world sees. I guarantee you she gonna come to the reunion talking about why would I release this information about myself to the whole world? Girl, go back to Texas, go make a sweet tea. Shit.
No, just okay. We would have been here with you had you just been his woman and said, I just wanted to be with him."
But she's never said that.
But she's never said that.
Not once.
She so let me see. Hold on, what did I say? It don't make sense to me once she landed Dr. G in this show. What was her next plan?
Because they had him back on the show quick. 6
Right.
months they've been together. 6 months.
So and that's what I'm saying. It was like this didn't make sense to me at all. It seems like there were ulterior motives because you can't have what he wants right now. And then the whole thing about you being in this, support group for dating older men and stuff, it was like, yeah, it's
Why do you need
giving.
support if you love him?
I still question that to this day. I don't
Yeah,
know. That's weird to me.
that's
That's
weird.
weird that they would even create a support group for that. Because the problem may not be y'all, it may be the old ass men you with in them old ass ways they have. If that's really what this is. Somebody whoever started this support group, the founder or whoever you are, reach out to me and explain to me the type of support they get.
And
So
then
that way
write us
I
a
have a
check.
yeah, yeah, because
Like, oh, your
I
old husband got it.
yes, because
Lord.
I need to make sure I understand this because this makes no sense to me. Okay, so now that we didn't beat that up, and that's why I said I wanted to give a disclaimer ahead of time
And for
because
those who
as I
want to
said,
say something weird, show me someone who's with somebody with this big of an age discrepancy and the dude is broke. I just want to see it. Now, when I see that, then I'll trust you, motherfuckers, right? You love him. You can't get enough of him. Find me a nigga that's broke and 75 fucking with somebody 31 like me, and then I'll buy it. Until then, sweet tea girl, you a millennial like me. Our parents was crackheads and scammers. I know what you're doing. Stop playing. Look, and then Naya said it. Support means scam group chat. See? I'm telling
I'm not doing
you.
this with y'all tonight, Naya. Mrs. Best, I'm not doing with y'all. I'm not doing this with y'all. Y'all are crazy.
It's true. Where find me that old man with a young tenderoni who's broke and she making money and she living with him happy. Find it.
Y'all heard what she said. Find it. Like Sutton said, name them. Name them. Name
Just saying. I know what you are, sweet tea,
'em.
with your
Yeah.
crystal light with them fucking lemons thrown in it. Stop playing. I got that same crystal light in my house too.
Oh my god.
God. All right, move on because
Okay,
I'm
move on, y'all.
mean.
Phaedra's event. Phaedra is a certified. What is it called? Reiki.
Oh, she's certified in Reiki?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
I
she
thought she
said.
was just dressing like Erica Badu. I didn't know she was actually certified.
She says she has a certification. She has been
Wow.
emancipated to this spiritual practice that is board certified. There we go. And she invites the ladies because she said that when she was getting divorced from Apollo,
Oh
she
Lord.
was in a very dark place. And she said that Reiki was a way for her to release those demons and, just be one with Earth. And it's a very powerful, very energetic capsule. And I said, interesting. I actually want to try it. So the ladies get there and, everyone is, gathered around. She brings out some about this being her. I don't know. I was looking at the energy. But she brings out the actual Reiki specialist. I forgot his name. Sorry, y'all. I don't even know if they even said his name on there. But everybody was talking about how handsome he was and everything. And he was handsome, though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. He was definitely my
Man
type.
was fine.
He was definitely my type. Yes, everything. So, Phaedra, I see you. I don't know if I see you, but I see you, Phaedra. Phaedra, is that the doctor qualification? Is it Phaedra? Is that the doctor qualification? Let us know. Because I ain't mad at you, Phaedra. I ain't mad at you, Phaedra. Like, I'm not.
She says they compare notes and track them like migrating birds.
Oh, Naya.
Oh, I'm gonna cry from
Naya.
laughter. Wait.
Naya. Naya. Please.
She said like migrating birds.
Naya.
Yep, that happened.
Naya, if you do this one more time, I'm
Naya, you
bringing
on timeout. You watch your
I
mouth.
am I am bringing you on this TV channel. You gonna have to come on this channel and explain yourself. If you do this one more time,
Oh
you gonna
snap.
come on this channel. I promise you, you are going to be the special guest for the next Married to Medicine episode where we go on Sweet Tea.
She
I
said
promise you, I'm
migrating
sending you this
birds.
link. I'm gonna email it to you. You better come up here. You ain't got to show your face. You could just we just need to hear you because I need you to say that out loud. That is hilarious. But anyways, they show exact so heavily volunteer. She goes, "Oh, I want him to do me," and Simone said, "No, he's already doing me." And I said, "Y'all is married. What does he need to do? Y'all act like y'all was finna. He's gonna take turns with y'all. Like, what is y'all talking about?" So Heavenly agrees to do it, and the man does it. And Heavenly said, "Oh, I feel it on my chest and my oh." And Phaedra explains exactly what this is and the cause. And I'm just like, one, I do want to try it. It seems very interesting. I've done a couple of holistic things, but not nothing like this. So it does look interesting. But what it, I just, when I see Phaedra doing something, I always question it with two question marks.
Everybody does. She got a
Okay, so
certain
we all on the same page with this, right?
yeah.
I said, Phaedra, you was better off just saying this man is your new boyfriend. And I mean, just saying, you was better off just doing that. Because I'll tell you, this, I don't nobody believe this, but hey, if it works for Phaedra, then fine. We're going to be here for Phaedra. And that was pretty much the episode, y'all. They never, oh no, ooh, I'm forgetting about the date. James, watch your mouth. Damn. Okay. The date between Toya and Eugene, y'all, is here.
I thought you was
I
gonna
totally
talk
forgot.
about
No, I
heavenly
told,
feeling something with the Reiki. You went to these niggas.
yeah, because like, I don't, girl, that's heavenly.
That's
Anyways,
something.
yeah, I feel something right here
Cute
in my
little
chest.
voice.
Just like heavenly, go somewhere. Don't nobody care. Anyways, Dr. Eugene and Toya go out. He closes out this entire restaurant and they're going to go dinner. And Toya was at first, oh, I like this. And then when she saw they were having steak, and she goes, you cook steak at home. I said, Toya, the fact of the matter is, this man closed out the entire fucking restaurant, got a private chef. Y'all are not at home.
In the nick of time too. And he said,
And yes, in close proximity time. And you just said you want him to be spontaneous. What is more spontaneous at the last minute to do but to do that? Like, nobody does that. Nobody closes out an entire restaurant at night to do this.
hmm.
So the man says, ask Eugene if he wants to cook with him. Eugene gets up and starts, following his instruction. And Toya makes in her confession. She goes, "It seemed like the chef and Eugene are on the date, and I'm just here." And that's it. Oh my god.
Why haven't y'all had Wagyu steak? Because they were so surprised while eating it. Even I've eaten that steak.
I have too. That's why I was like,
I'm like,
it's
but
not
we,
that
me and
expensive.
James do live in some bougie ass areas, but where that's kind of everywhere. But
Right.
still,
Yeah, that's everywhere. Yeah. But one day, Dr. Eugene is going to give her PK vibes from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and she's going to miss being wine and dine.
hmm, that's true. Because PK is tired of her. He said that. I like that she caught that too. That was a good point.
I feel like I agree with that, but then I don't know because there's something about Dr. Eugene that gives me insecurity to his marriage and that he's a slave to that.
I feel like I said it earlier on this live. I felt like he's the type of guy that let's just call it what it is. He's not the cutest guy. All right. So I feel like he probably attracted and pulled women with the fact that he was a doctor, his money, and what he could do for them, which a lot of women out there, I've gone on dates with dudes before I met my
Yeah, but I feel
husband.
like
But
PK did not do that with Dory.
no,
Yeah,
no.
what Eugene is doing with Toya. I feel like that's why I say I agree with that, but then I don't feel like it's a fair comparison because I ain't never seen PK go out of his way except for that boring ass hotel scene that we got this season that didn't make any fucking sense and they played the wrong goddamn song from Pretty Woman.
All
So
right.
anywho, but yeah, but no, but that was a good comparison. I feel like what's gonna happen with Eugene and Toya, Dr. Eugene and Toya, is I feel like, and I hate to give this energy because they already touched on this last season. Allegedly, I feel like she's going to step out. Allegedly.
That's what somebody said. I was cracking up looking at the comments on the Facebook group of Married to Medicine. Somebody go post to the whole group. Can Toya just fucking cheat already? We're all sick of it. I said, oh damn. Why? Well, why y'all come for her like that? We don't want Toya to cheat, but I don't think Eugene. I think James is right. I think that Eugene is extremely insecure. Not just with his marriage. I just think as a whole within himself. And you can be a successful doctor and still be insecure. I
Yeah,
think
I
he's
agree with that. Yeah.
insecure, but I think if Toya is truly like, if you have all of these complaints, instead of running the father of your kids into the ground, like separate or do something. But I don't think they need to be together. That's my thought. But if they work, I'm happy. But her complaining is going to ruin her relationship.
It is. It's going to ruin the relationship because, first of all, you're complaining about nonsense at the end of the day. You're complaining about that because it's not like y'all don't travel. Y'all do travel. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like y'all don't go on vacations. Y'all do go on vacation. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what more do you want this man to do?
When you're sitting at home not doing shit with yourself, it's real easy to look at things that you wish or that you want your man to do. If you're
Right.
busy doing something with yourself, anything, even if it's not a job, if you're busy doing something with yourself, then you won't really feel as many complaints. Toya is just lazy, in my opinion. I mean, she's the only person on this cast who has done nothing. Even Dr. Contessa was able to start a whole fucking private practice while on this show and get a degree. Like every single person on this show has been able to do things outside of, whatever they do in their day-to-day career as doctors or wives or whatever the fuck. Everybody's done something. Even Quad, they say she invested so good she don't need the show. So like,
And I believe it.
yeah, Sweet
I
Tea.
believe it because
She
initially, I'm telling you, Quat's house is worth a lot of money.
mm-hmm.
And I feel like she did whatever she invested in, it worked.
Instead of complaining about Dr. G being home, she was figuring out
Ways to get
fancy
out.
ass
Yeah.
recipes and learning the art of investing when it comes to business. I feel like Toya could do just more in general. Now the kids is old enough to where they don't seem so bad like they used to seem. Like she doesn't have any reason to be doing all this complaining. And now that her kids are older, we see her complaining more. She's not doing as much. They're going to after school activities. They want to be with their friends, play their video games probably. So she needs to do something because a coupon code, you essentially just pick from wines that someone else has already made, and then they give people 10% off on that, which is just tax. And, make your own wine. If the Minnie Mouse lady on Love and Marriage Detroit can make her own wine, then why can't
I
Toya?
for I forgot who you was talking about, the Minnie Mouse. That's what I called her because that's what
You
she
did
act
call
like.
her
That's
that.
what she act like. And for the record, no, I would not be
Oh, the
recapping that
season
show.
two.
I would not be recapping Love and Marriage Detroit. I am not recapping Love and Marriage DC. And y'all know I'm not recapping Love and Marriage Huntsville.
I don't
So
blame you. They have the
yeah,
longest seasons
they have
too.
no. It's just that I don't like when shows play in my face, and Love and Marriage Detroit did exactly that. That shit was so fabricated and made up and stupid that I can't even fathom the thought of me even watching season two. I'm surprised they even got a season fucking two. So yes, I won't be recapping that on my channel.
She's
So
not fulfilled, and I do not think that's on her husband. That's Toya's journey. That man has done. That's right, Naya. That man has done everything he could for her,
I
and
think he
she's
did
just not
above and
happy.
beyond what I know most men, even at his success, would do. I don't know men. I'm not gonna say I have many other friends. I have three. All of them are married. They all live in the same house they did once they graduated and started having kids. They're not moving every year to satisfy some deep damn insecurity about your house being the smallest one on the cast and putting themselves in major debt. They're not going into major debt after they just got done paying the fucking IRS all that tax money. They're not doing all of that. So yeah, I absolutely agree with you that it's her job to fulfill herself.
Hmm.
So, yes, I watched Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I don't think I can handle Detroit 2. Martell Holt and the two brothers are way too much
It's
for
just
me to watch.
misogyny on your fucking
It's
screen,
misogyny,
just
foolery,
breathing.
the foolishness, and
And then
I
dumb
like it.
bitches
Just
like what is that?
yeah,
Marcel's wife, Tisha, the one is it
yeah.
Tisha? Is
It's
that her
it's
name?
Tisha. Yeah, Marcel's
Oh,
wife is Tisha.
yeah. I don't like her. So it's good for me.
I don't like. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, with that one, Love and Marriage, Huntsville, y'all. It's too much.
It's too
It's
controversial.
too much. It is too much. It's too much when I like the messy pregnant one
Yeah.
because Mrs. Best doesn't like her. I actually do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how you know when everybody else is so problematic. The only one that you can like is at least she keep the shit real.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I give her that. I
Yeah,
give
at
her
least she keep the shit
I
real.
just don't
It
like
may
that
be
she was like
messy.
wild pregnant, but
Yeah,
she's the only
no, but hell,
one that
she don't
keeps
want
it
to keep the
real.
shit real. Like that's the only one. Her and I will sometimes Melody, but like she's the only one that keeps it real. Who else keeps it real on that show? That's why I don't watch it. Because I can't be around a whole bunch of people who fake the funk. It's just crazy to me. Yes. Oh my yes, I can't. She takes women black back like 50 years in society. I can't. I couldn't. Nah, I'd have told you. You finna come on this camera. I'm finna, yeah, you finna become a YouTuber just like us. I don't know if you already do YouTube, but if you don't, you finna start because there's no way you holding all this in
For the
on these comments and you not up here.
James
You
says StreamYard allows us to have 10 guests.
Yes, you finna come up here. Don't be playing with us like this. All this commentary you be giving, which we appreciate. We love you
Oh,
so much. We do. We love you so much
said
because
that
we
nigga
talk
would be
about you.
living
When
from
I
my
tell you, we talk about how we get excited. We hope you come on our lives. Me and her go back and forth. Like, oh, you think I ain't coming tonight? I was like, she better come because I can't wait. We talk about you. We do. So yes, we thank you for that comment. That made my night. But that was Married to Medicine. We started about other shows. Married to Medicine was that damn boring. But that was Married to Medicine. Y'all gotta get off the slide. But thank you guys for coming. Like, comment, and subscribe to both me and Mrs. Best. We are building this. We are trying to get this monetization going. I'm way further behind than Mrs. Best. She is almost there, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to my girl as well because she is almost there. I got a lot further to go, but I'm gonna get there, y'all. Don't worry. But thank you guys once again. We will see you here tomorrow for Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, which I'm already 7 minutes late on. It's on right now for me, so I need to hurry and catch up because I can't miss Mary Cosby, y'all. But thank you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow, and I think we'll be on Mrs. Best's channel for Basketball Wives
all
reunion,
right.
right?
Just
Yeah, we'll
that
be on Mrs.
one.
Just that one. Yes, just that one. And then we'll be back Thursday for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and also Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Not you get mad at yourself.
Yes.
Said, oh,
But we'll see you guys. Yes, we'll see you guys tomorrow. See you.
good
Bye.
night.
Night.